The samples are used to investigate sedimentary, geochemical, mineral and biologic complexes. They are processed in special laboratories on board the ship, while detailed studies are carried out on dry land. They are reading in the sediment how the Black Sea has retreated from or advanced towards dry land through successive ebbs and flows, how the climate has changed, going from ice age to warmer periods, and how marine life has appeared, evolved and disappeared. Months or even years of analysis and interpretation will follow. When research activity involves depths of more than 500 meters, the piston drill core enters into action. Cleaned, labelled and marked by section, the sample tube reaches the tomography lab on board ship. Due to the fact that the equipment uses X-rays, it operates in a specially protected zone on the starboard deck. Each core sample is digitally examined using X-rays and tomography. Using a detection system comprising 800 photodiodes, a tomographic image with a spatial resolution of 0.3 mm can be taken in less than a minute and with outstanding accuracy. In this way, specialists in sedimentology can know in advance what is to be found in the sample, which they cannot yet see. In order to study and test a core sample, a special longitudinal cutting device is employed. It requires the care of a surgeon not to disturb the sample too greatly. When it has been opened up for researchers, a part of Black Sea history is revealed before our eyes. In order to be able to collect sediment samples at great depths, geologists use a heavy gravitational core drill, which is 6 meters long and 15 centimeters in diameter. A controlled drop is made using the winch on board, allowing the drill to penetrate seabed sediments up to a maximum of 4 meters, if these are of a fine silty or sandy composition. In rough seas, the core drill can create surprises. On this mission, the cable came loose and the precious core sample vanished into the depths forever. Or did it? In spite of the ship drifting, the GPS system found the ill-fated spot. Then it was the turn of the magnometer to pinpoint the location of the massive steel instrument. But in order to bring it back up, a nocturnal dive on the part of the dedicated researchers was needed. Not only the bed of the Black Sea, but also its water is of research interest. On the scale of geological time, 7,000 to 9,000 years ago, the Black Sea was a huge freshwater lake. Then the link with the planetary ocean was re-established via the Mediterranean Sea, and the lake was invaded, catastrophically according to some, gradually according to others, by waters of a higher salinity. In order to study physical and chemical processes in the water column, the Mare Nigrum uses special CTD-type equipment, which can directly measure temperature, salinity, pressure, oxygen saturation, fluorescence, and pH, hydrogen potential. In zones of interest, such as the intermediary cold stratum, the water-sediment interface, or other levels of significant variations in the parameters measured, a carousel of 5-litre barrels is used, all controlled and guided by the onboard computer. It's not easy to get a good plankton sample. The biologists of GeoEcoMar, each specializing in a different category of organism, use meshes to obtain mesoplankton samples and gelatinous zooplankton, or an earth grabber to take samples from the surface sediment of the seabed. Sediment samples for biology require successive washes using sets of sieves, treatment with formalin or other chemical substances, and cold storage with a view to carrying out detailed studies. And because you cannot study the sea from a geomorphological point of view except by using specialized equipment, the Mare Nigrum has a cutting-edge, multifaceted bathymetric system. Sensors mounted on the hull of the ship emit waves that strike the seabed and are then picked up and recorded using the computer system in the bathymetric laboratory. Nearing the shore, we put on our diving equipment. Direct unmediated research has not only a purpose, but also a charm of its own. The underwater relief, shaped by waves and tides in the Sarmatian limestone of southern Dobruja, is often surprisingly varied, with small canyons and grottos dominated by mollusks, grasses and algae, roamed by gudgeons, grey mullet, crabs and seahorses. Here we can glimpse the beginnings of a change for the better in marine fauna. Perhaps the power of natural self-regulation in the marine ecosystem has played a part, but also chemical pollution has decreased. Perhaps the effect of stricter regulations on fishing can also be felt. It was humans who made the Black Sea unwell, but it is also humans who can heal it, and for this there is a need for deeper knowledge. The Mare, Nigrum and GeoEcoMar Institute have much to do.